Coffee's cold on the table, sun's high but the blinds still drawn. Phone keeps ringing from the bedroom, I just let it ring on. Every step feels like a mountain, every breath feels 3 miles long. I'm too tired to say much of anything except, Lord, I'm not that strong. When my hands can't lift, your arms still hold. When my fire's out, you breathe in my soul. When my last bit of brave is already gone, you're the heart still beating, carrying me on. I am weak, but Jesus, you are strong. Bills stacked up on the counter, doctor's words still in my head. Tried to pray in pretty phrases, all that came out was help instead. But you meet me in the silence, in the middle of the doubt and ache. You don't wait for me to stand up straight, you come sit there in my shame. You were strong in that garden, strong on that cross, strong in the grave when it looked like you lost. So when I reach my hand, when I can't hold on, you whisper, child, remember, I've been strong all along. You were strong in that garden, strong on that cross, strong in the grave, and it looked like you lost. So when I reach my end, when I can't hold on, you whisper, child, remember, I've been strong all along. Coffee's gone cold on the counter, I'm still replaying what they said. Keep turning over every slide till it burns inside my chest. I bring it up in every prayer, like a case I have to win. You just listen while I argue, then you whisper once again, let this bitter heart go, lay it down at my feet. You've carried that stone till it's cut you too deep. I took the nails, I took the blame, forgave the ones who drove them in. Let this bitter heart go and let my mercy in. paint still drying on the walls. Everything we thought was steady turns out it could roll and fall. Mama's picture wrapped in paper, baby shoes inside a pan, laughing just to keep from crying, saying, Lord, what is your plan? I'll take the back roads and the detours if you're sitting in the passenger seat. Every closed door, every hard turn, you're still writing what I can't see. When the map don't match my pages and the ground moves under my feet, I'll keep trusting Jesus through the changes, 'cause I know you're still holding me. Boss man called me in on Monday, said we're gonna have to let you go. Felt that floor of good intentions drop out from me down below. Drove home past the old white chapel, windows glowing soft and gold. Pulled in, sat there in the silence, heard you whisper to my soul. You were there in the hospital waiting room, there when we drove off on our honeymoon, there when I signed papers I never dreamed I'd sign. You were there in the ashes and the morning light, same strong hand in the darkest night. If you're in the story, I know I'll be alright. You were there in the hospital waiting room, there when we drove off on our honeymoon, there when I signed papers I never dreamed I'd sign. You were there in the ashes and the morning light, same strong hand in the darkest night. If you're in the story, I know I'll be alright. Your chair's still there by the window in the den, coffee ring on the table like you're walking again. I stare at the phone, half expecting it to ring, but all I hear is quiet and my own heart shaking thin. Jesus, I can't hold this hurt alone. I'm standing here with pieces of a life you said you're faithful, but tonight my faith feels small. So I'm sitting in the driveway, just trying to make that call. You say, blessed are the broken, blessed are the weak. You're sitting in the ashes, you're weeping when I weep. You carried every heartbreak all the way to that cross. So I'm laying down this sorrow, you know, every kind of loss. To say, blessed are the broken, blessed are the weak. You're sitting in the ashes, you're weeping when I weep. You carried every heartbreak all the way to that cross. So I'm laying down this sorrow, you know every kind of loss. Headlines on the TV glow, another heartbreak, another storm. Coffee's getting cold on the counter. I'm tired clear down to the bone. People passing by on the sidewalks, eyes fixed on a tiny screen. Feels like everybody's shouting and nobody hears a thing. But I still got Jesus when the world turns cold, when the weight gets heavy. He's a hand I hold. When the night keeps talking, saying I'm alone, I lean on the promise I've always known. But I still got Jesus. I still got Jesus. And He still got me. Boss says, son, we're cutting hours. Bills stacked up by the door. Friends who swore they'd always be here ain't around much anymore. I walk that gravel road at sunset, talk to heaven like a friend, tell Him all the things that scare me. Jesus, I've still got Jesus. Missed the mark on Monday, tripped again by Thursday night. I said I'd stop that old habit, found myself in the same old fight. Head hung low in the mirror, I couldn't even hold my own eyes. Just a heart full of I'm sorry and a mouth too tired to try. But you say I'm yours when I'm broken. You call me brave when I feel ashamed. You take my fear, turn it into faith. You write forgiven over my mistakes, and I stand up strong on a grace I can't explain. Jesus, you've got me, and back on my feet again. Sat alone in that Sunday pew while everyone stood to sing. Heard the preacher talk redemption, felt like it was meant for me. And then I whispered, Lord, I'm empty. If you want this mess, it's yours. And like sunlight through that stained glass, hope came crashing through my storms. I'm not the sum of every stumble, not every promise that I broke. You call me child, you call me chosen. You breathe courage in my bones. Now when the old lies start their talking, and that old shame creeps back in, I just lean into your promise, and I get back up again, saying I'm yours when I'm broken. You call me brave when I feel ashamed. You take my fear, turn it into faith. You write forgiven over my mistakes, and I stand up strong on a grace I can't explain. Jesus, you've got me, and back on my feet again. Coffee's gone cold on the table, sun's coming up, but it feels so gray. Prayed those same words in the kitchen, feels like they just float away. Bills in a stack on the counter, doctor's note folded in my glove box. I'm staring down another long Monday, wondering if he ever looks my way. So I hold on to the hand that holds me when the night runs longer than the dawn, when my faith feels paper thin and lonely, and every bit of strength is almost gone. I can't see the ending, but I know who sees it through. So I hold on to the hand that holds me. Jesus, I hold on to you. Mama keeps texting me verses. Daddy just says, son, keep your chin up. Preacher keeps talking about promise, but promise don't always feel like enough. Still there's that cross on my dashboard, little gold chain on my rear view, catching that light in the traffic like it's saying, hey, I'm still here with you. Maybe my hope's out of focus, maybe my heart's just tired, but you walk roads full of sorrow, you know every step through the fire. So if all I've got's one whisper, Jesus, shaking like a leaf in the storm, that's the rope I'm wrapping round my soul, that's the way my heart holds on. Maybe my hope's out of focus, maybe my heart's just tired, but you walked roads full of sorrow, you know every step through the fire. So if all I've got's one whisper, Jesus, shaking like a leaf in the storm, that's the rope I'm wrapping round my soul, that's the way my heart holds on. Sat in my truck past midnight, head on the wheel, heart in the dirt, every bad choice on replay, each one heavier than the last word. Dust on my Bible on the dash, cross on the mirror turned around. I said, Lord, if you still listen, I'm out of ways to dig back out. You lifted me up from the weight of my shame, hands full of mercy, calling my name. Where I saw a failure, you saw a child. You broke through the dark with a father's smile. There in the mess where I hid my face, Jesus, you met me in that place. You lifted me up from the weight of my shame. Thought I had to fix it first, clean up my life, then maybe come. But you walked right into my wreckage, sat in the silence, didn't run. You touched the part I never secret scars I never show. You said, son, I paid that debt already. And something in me let it go. I laid it all down on that gravel road. Every heavy secret I had hauled alone. Chains hit the ground when I heard you say, I loved you then, I love you the same today. You lifted me up from the weight of my shame. Hands full of mercy, calling my name. Where I saw a failure, you saw a child. You broke through the dark with a father's smile. There in the mess were where I hid my face. Jesus, you met me in that place. You lifted me up from the weight of my shame. Voices in the kitchen, bills spread on the table. Dad's eyes tired and distant. Mom says I just ain't able. Kids hide in their bedrooms, turn the TV loud. I'm staring at the ceiling, feeling lost in this house. But I find peace in Jesus when this home feels like a storm. When our words cut like a winter, He's a fire keeping us warm. When my faith feels fragile and my heart is coming apart, I find peace in Jesus. He holds this broken heart. Sunday came and we skipped it. Said we needed our rest, but rest never really finds us. Just this weight on our chests. I drive out past the mailbox, parked by that old oak tree. Fold my hands on the steering wheel, say, Lord, can you help me? I don't need you to fix us in a moment. I just need you to sit in this room, at the sink, in the hall, in the silence. Turn this fight into something you can use. Teach us how to listen when we're angry, how to hold when we want to run. You're the hope in the middle of our hurting. You're the Father who calls us His sons. But I find peace in Jesus when this home feels like a storm. When our words cut like a winter, He's the fire keeping us warm. When my faith feels fragile and my heart is coming apart, I find peace in Jesus. He holds this broken heart. Kids fighting in the hallway, bills stacked by the sink, cold coffee on the counter, my patience on the brink. I step out to the back porch, hand shaking, heart worn thin, saying, Lord, I can't fix this. And that's when you step in. You are my peace in the whirlwind, calm in the chaos of this house, when every word turns into warfare and I just want a way out. You hold this breaking family closer than I ever knew. I don't see the whole road, Jesus, but I find my peace in you. Her tears fall at the table, my pride's been in the way. We've talked in heart circles, saying nothing day by day. And she reaches for my fingers, whispers, can we pray? In that small trembling silence, I feel my fear give away. Not every wound is mended, not every storm is gone, but grace sits in the middle of the mess we're standing on. We're learning how to listen, we're learning how to stay, 'cause you're already in this house, Lord, showing us the way. Not every wound is mended, not every storm is gone, but grace sits in the middle of the mess we're standing on. We're learning how to listen, we're learning how to stay, 'cause you're already in this house, Lord, showing us the way. Ooh. Kids' shoes by the doorway, unpaid bills on the table. We said things in the kitchen we wish we could take back. Slammed doors, raised voices. I walked out to the driveway, sat down on the cooler, felt my heart start to crack. And you met me in the middle of my mess, right there between the gravel and the grass. I laid down all the anger and the weight I couldn't carry. You lifted up this tired, stubborn dad. I found peace in Jesus, right here where the hurt still lives. You didn't change the storm around my house. You changed the storm inside my chest. Sunday shoes, restless children, we slide in 10 minutes late, singing words I'd heard 1,000 times, but they cut deep that day. Her hand found mine in the quiet, tears fell on the hymn book. Pastor said he's in your hardest place, and I finally understood. I hear it in my daughter's laughter, Used to fill these pews on Sunday, Granddad's Bible in my hands, underlined and worn from leaning on a faith I'd borrowed from that man. Then the questions hit like thunder, left that book up on a shelf, tried to walk this road in shadows, saying I was fine all by myself. Then Jesus, you walked in my midnight, turned that small town silence into praise. Jesus, you met me in the wreckage, didn't turn away from all my shame. You didn't need my answers, you just held my shaking heart again. Jesus, you renewed my faith, brought me back to the first amen. I was driving past that old church, windows glowing soft and gold, heard the choir through the gravel like a memory calling home. Pulled on in and killed the engine, sat there scared to step inside, till I felt you in the stillness, saying, son, I've been here the whole time. Then Jesus, you walked into my midnight, turned that small town silence into praise. Jesus, you met me in the wreckage, didn't turn away from all my shame. You didn't need my answers, you just held my shaking heart. Then Jesus, you walked into my midnight, turned that small town silence into praise. Jesus, Jesus. Box in the closet full of jerseys and old ticket stubs. Thought I was headed for the big time, for the lights and the buzz. That door slammed quiet, just an email, son, today's your last day. Sat in that parking lot crying, asking God, did you look the other way? My dreams fall down like dust on my plans, when the right now turns to I don't understand, when the road I drew up turns to mud beneath my hands. I'm learning to trust Jesus more than what I think I am. Yeah, I'm laying down my blueprint, just reaching for his scars, not my plans. Ring on her finger, then the silence papers on the floor. Preacher said forever, but forever walked right out the door. Sunday I shuffled to the back pew, head hanging low. Old hymns started rising, I felt a hand say, child, I still want and the roads that twist and bend, 'cause the one who holds tomorrow never needed my plans to win. Oh, when my dreams fall down like dust on my plans, when the right now turns to I don't understand. Bills on the table, dust on the Bible, same old coffee, cold in my hand. Phone full of faces, but I felt forgotten, like every prayer just hit the fan. I said, if you're out there, I sure could use a sign. Then something in the quiet stirred this stubborn heart of mine. Jesus brought light to my darkest morning, turned that long, long night into a brand new day. In the middle of the mess, he met me anyway. Now every step I take, I see it shining on this broken road. He's making straight my way. Jesus brought light. Jesus brought light to my life of grace. Same old driveway, but the fears look smaller. Sun through the window caught that old cross on the wall. I heard you're still my child. Down in my troubles, like mercy running through every fall. Now when the storm clouds stack up across the sky, I remember that first whisper and the way he tried mine. Jesus brought light to my darkest morning, turned that long, long night into a brand new day. In the middle of the mess, he met me anyway. Now every step I take, I see it shining on this broken road. He's making straight my way. From the bottle to the altar, from that couch to a pew, from I'm done to I'm trusting, Lord, you pulled me through. Now when the night tries to steal my song, I just call your name, and the dark is gone. Jesus brought light to my darkest morning, turned that long, long night into a brand new day. In the middle of the mess, he met me anyway. Jesus brought light. Jesus brought light. I was holding on to hurt like a Every Sunday in the back row, head down low, smiles on my face, but I couldn't fake it. Even hymns felt heavy in my throat. Then the preacher read about the broken, how you came for the lost and the least. Felt a crack run right through my defenses when you whispered your peace over me. That's the way my heart heals, slow and steady in your scarred hands. You take every shattered piece, turn it all into a second chance. I never knew forgiveness could feel this real, this strong, this gentle. Jesus, you're teaching this wounded heart to love again. I'd sworn off trust like a bad road. Every promise just a storm to outrun. Built my walls high, made my world small. Told myself I was better off none. But you met me in the middle of the midnight. Didn't flinch at the mess that you found. You just sat with me in all that silence till the fear started finally calming down. Now I'm reaching out instead of reaching back, letting people in where the cracks were black. I can say I love you without looking away, 'cause you love me first on my darkest day. Yeah, you love me first on my darkest day. That's the way my heart heals, slow and steady in your scarred hands. You take every shattered piece, turn it all into a second chance. I never knew forgiveness could feel this real, this strong, this gentle. Jesus, you're teaching this wounded heart to love again. Calendars full of question marks, plans laid out in broken lines. Coffee's cold, phone won't stop, still I'm stuck inside my mind. I've been staring at the rear view, driving scared of what's ahead. White-knuckled on this old wheel, heart racing with the what-ifs and dread. So I'm taking my hands off the wheel, Jesus. You can have this hurry, have this fear. Every mile, every tear, every season, I'm laying it all right here. When the road disappears and the night feels real, I'll trust who's holding me instead of what I feel. I'm taking my hands off the wheel. News keeps shouting, worst keeps tales, neighbors talking worried tones. Weather's wild, the world feels strange, feels like shifting sand and stone. But you fed a crowd with almost nothing, calmed a storm with just your word. If you can speak and seas go silent, you can steady this heart first. So I'm taking my hands off the wheel, Jesus. You can have this hurry, have this fear. Every place you're leading me. When I can't trace the map at all, I'll follow just the one who calls. You walk the hill, you wore the thorns, you've carried me through every storm. So here and now I choose again to let you lead, to let you in. I'm taking my hands off the wheel, Jesus. You can have this hurry, have this fear, every mile, every tear, every season. I'm laying it all right here. When the road disappears and the night feels real, I'll trust who's holding me instead of what I feel. I'm taking my hands off the wheel. Midnight on the back road, headlights cut a narrow line, heart racing, something awful, every shadow playing with my mind. Hands shaking on the steering wheel, breathing like I'm barely here. Then your name slips through my lips, and I can almost feel you near. You're closer than my fear, closer than the dark around me, standing in the quiet where nobody else can see. When the storm inside gets loud and I'm drowning in my doubt and tears, you're closer than my heartbeat. Jesus, you're closer than my fear. Doctor said we'll do our best, but he couldn't meet my eyes. Mama staring at the floor, Daddy trying hard not to cry. I walked out to that parking lot, felt the weight of every year. Then your whisper hit my weakness. I'm right here, I'm right here. You're closer than my fear, closer than the dark around me, standing in the quiet where nobody else can see. When the storm inside gets loud and I'm drowning in my doubt and tears, you're closer than my heartbeat. When the night won't break and my faith feels small, you're the steady ground under it all. When I can't hold on, you're already here, standing in the space between my hope and fear. You're closer than my fear, closer than the dark around me, standing in the quiet where nobody else can see. When the storm inside gets loud and I'm drowning in my doubt and tears, you're closer than my heartbeat. Sun's up, but I'm still tired. Coffee's cold on the kitchen sink. Got a smile that's all for show and a heart that's on the brink. Bills stacked on the Bible, phone buzzing like a swarm of bees. I'm worn thin like Sunday pages that I've turned in my knee. I find my strength in Jesus when I've got nothing left to give. When my tears run like a river and I forget how to live. When my hands are barely holding to a hope I cannot see, I find my strength in Jesus, 'cause He's still holding me. I drive past that little chapel, paint peeling on the wooden sign. Come to me, you weary, I swear that verse was mine. So I pull into the gravel, sit and talk under my breath. It's just me again, I'm empty. He says, child, come and rest. When my faith feels paper thin, He reminds me where I've been. Through the storms and through the fire, He's the pulse beneath my tire. So I lay it all down, every burden, every fear, in the quiet of His presence. I can finally hear. I find my strength in Jesus when I've got nothing left to give. When my tears run like a river and I forget how to live. Thought I knew the map by heart, chased every shiny sign I saw, burned up every bridge I crossed, till I had nowhere left at all. Dust on my Bible in the backseat, voice in my chest I tried to mute. But in the quiet of that breakdown, I heard You speak the simple truth. Turn me back to the gravel road where the grass is high and the stories are old. You said, son, come home, you were never alone. Pulled me out of the lies I chose. Now I'm walking in a different stride, head up high with Your hand in mine. You took a lost soul running from the proof. Jesus, You led me back to purpose and truth. doctor said we'll see. You said trust in me, but I'm still waiting on that healing. Clock keeps turning slow, tears that never show, in the pew but barely breathing. Still gonna praise you when the mountain doesn't move. Hands up shaking, but my heart is holding you. I don't see the ending, but I know your word is true. If the answer changes, you don't. Still gonna praise you. Bills stacked on the chair, last job disappeared. I've been singing through the worry. Friends all getting blessed. I'm still in this test. Feels like you're taking your time on me. Still gonna praise you when the mountain doesn't move. Hands up shaking, but my heart is holding you. I don't see the ending, but I know your word is true. If the answer changes, you don't. Still gonna praise you. Maybe the miracle is me not walking away. When every door stays closed, you're still my open gate. If all I ever get is your nail-scarred hand in mine, that's enough, that's enough for the rest of my Still gonna praise you when the mountain doesn't move. Hands up shaking, but my heart is holding you. I don't see the ending, but I know your word is true. If the answer changes, you got. In the waiting room of heaven, where the hallelujahs bloom, if I never see it here, Lord, still gonna praise